Hello, graphic designers. Welcome to my channel. This is Don Chris Graphics. In today's tutorial, you will learn how to make use of another 4 set of tools. Freehand Tool, Artistic Media Tool, Rectangle Tool, an Ellipse Tool, together with other constituents. Please, subscribe to this channel, and if you have, God bless you.
Good day, designers. Today, you will learn how to make use of the Freehand Tool, the Artistic Media, the Rectangle Tool, and the Ellipse Tool, together with their constituents. Previously, I taught on how to make use of the Pick Tool and the rest, the first 4 set of tools. So reach out to the description of this video in order to reach out to the former and the previous videos. So today, we begin with the Freehand Tool. So the Freehand Tool is used to sketch curves and lines in a free manner. So you can use the Freehand Tool to sketch in any way you want. So you can use this to draw and illustrate images. Let's say you want to draw a cartoon for your design, or you want to draw anything, this will be used. So now let's continue. So the two-point line tool is used in drawing straight lines. So you double click and drag. So you can draw diagonal lines, straight lines, perpendicular lines, and all sorts of lines. So I think you can get me, and you can continue it from the node. So when you double click again and click. Let me do that again. Double click, drag, release, double click, drag, release, double click, drag, release. So you can make use of lines to create other shapes. The next tool is the Bezier tool. The Bezier tool helps to draw curves in the shape of a solitary line per point. So as you continue like this, you can make curve per point. At each point you make, at any point, and you make curves at any point, and you can continue in line after you might have finished it. When you click here, it will give another line, and you can also double click on it to edit the curve. It also has another function. So permit me to go to Pick Tool and click it again. So you can do something like this, then move here, click. So it deals with joining lines together. So this can be used to make a perspective view image. Just watch me and see what I do. Come back here and drop here. So can you see what I did with the Bezier tool? It can be used to draw perspective images, and it can also be used for other things. It can be used to draw solitary lines per point. So that's all for the Bezier tool. So we'll continue with the pen tool. The pen tool helps to sketch curves in the form of a node. Double click and make this. So after you've done this, you just drag it. You don't need to double click, or just drag it on your touchpad or your mouse. So it helps to control lines in form of a node. So what a node means is the end of a line. So the pen tool is used in controlling lines, can curve it and control it at their nodes. So you can use it to make solitary lines per point also, just like the Bezier tool. So this tool has an edge over the Bezier tool by controlling the nodes and using the nodes to create images, to create curves, and to move in a free manner. So let's say I click on this, click on it twice, then it becomes an image. It becomes a closed image. which can receive colors and be enlarged. So we continue. The next tool is the B-Spline tool. The B-Spline tool draw curved lines by setting control points that shape the curve without breaking it into segments. Now, I think you can see what I'm doing. So, this it draw curved lines by controlling the points. So at each point of its node, it creates a curve. Release, move, double click, move again, double click, move again. So you double clicking, you are creating a point and you move the node. I think you get what I'm saying. This is the node, the end of the line is the node. Double click, move again, double click. So it can be used to create shapes and images, shapes and objects by the use of lines. Then when you've gotten to the initial node, the first node, then you can now double click and it becomes a shape, becomes a closed shape. I hope you get what I'm saying. It creates points and it creates curves at each node, at each point. Double click, double click, double click, and double click. Then that's all. That's all for the B-Spline. So you can see my when my drawing page has become congested with drawings, so I want to eradicate them. Permit me to do so. So I just clicked on F3, then I deleted it. So we're going to continue. Next one is the polyline tool. The polyline tool allows you to sketch curves and lines in preview modes. So you can draw lines, draw them in the preview mode, and it can also be used to draw free images. For example, when you click on it once, just click once, then you can make free draw. Okay, we move on. So the 3-point curve is the next tool you will learn. The 3-point curve. The 3-point curve helps you to draw curve first by identifying the first and the end point, then its center. Double click, you have a point. Then you don't need to double click, just release. After you've released, drag up or down. That's all. Let me try that again. Double click and move immediately. Double click and drag immediately. Then after that, release and make the curve. So this is the middle of the curve. We are controlling the middle. So from the first node to the second node, then you make the middle curve. That's all about the 3-point curve. Now the last one for the curve tools is the smart drawing. The smart drawing helps you to shape your drawing in a dignifying way. For example, when you draw a curve, an arc, so this is what you drew and it will shaping it for you and make it very curved. It's going to shape it, and when you draw a line that is not straight, it can make it straight. When you draw a circle and does not look like a circle, it can make it an oval. Can you see? Or a cycle. It helps to beautify your designs. So that's how it works. Diagonal line, then it makes it straight. So that's why it is a smart drawing tool. So that's all for the curve tools. Now we move to the artistic media. In the artistic media, we have the preset, the brush, the spray, the calligraphy tool, and the prayer tool. So when any one of these is active, let's say we click on the preset, when it is active and you draw, so it gives this, and you can change anything it's showing here. You can change it to any shape. So that's how the artistic media tool works. Let's continue with the brush tool. This is the brush tool. It can also be changed here. And you see, and you can change it to things you want. Let's change it to texture. So you can see what it does. So it's like object that has been formed already. Then you just draw them out. That's all. So we'll move to the spray. The sprayer tool. So when the sprayer tool is active, this is what it gives, and you can choose some other things. These are mainly used for designs like a birthday design. You can use it as a background, make use of it in the background of the design. So here you can make changes to everything you want. Let's say you want plants, so you can make changes to them, and anything you want to draw it. So this is the work of the sprayer tool, and you are permitted to change it to anything you want here. So this can be used in what we call cartoon designs. Cartoon designs. And let's say you are designing a storybook, you can use this to design a cover. So you find a lot of things here. Let's move to the calligraphy tool. On the calligraphy tool, it enables to make free hand strokes and modify them by adding colors, changing colors and size. So you can draw free hand strokes with this, and you can change the colors, you can change the size. So this is all we have for the artistic media tools. So let's move on to the rectangle tool. So now to the rectangle tool, this is what it gives. So for you to make it, double click and drag to any form you want. So do you know you can make a square from a rectangle tool? All you just need to do is just click on Control, then you drag. You can drag after you are still making it. You haven't released the cursor. Then click on Control. When you click on Control, can you see the difference now? Click on Control, it gives a square. Then that's all. The next one is 3-point rectangle. The 3-point rectangle is a tool that can make and create rectangles at an angle. So when you just click once, drag and release. When you release, just move it. Then it creates the rectangle. Let me come again. Okay. double click, drag, and release. So when you release, you drag it to the point you want, to the size and dimension you want. And you can also make a square out of this also. Just click on Control. Can you see it? Click on Control and your object is ready. That's all for the rectangle tool. Next tool is the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool is used in drawing ellipse and circles. Initially, this is what an ellipse tool will give you, but when you also click on Control, when you haven't released the drag, it will give you a perfect cycle. Let me try that again. You double click, drag, and click on Control. It gives you a perfect cycle. So now let's move to the 3-point ellipse. The 3-point ellipse works in the same way as the 3-point rectangle tool. So now double click, release, and drag. I think you can get that. And you can also click on Control, then it gives a perfect cycle also. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. Release, drag. Click on Control, you have a perfect cycle. Then double click, you are good to go. We have come to the end of today's tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more tutorial videos, and be reminded to check the description of this video in order to reach out and watch our past videos. For example, the last 4 set of tools I taught on. Go to the description and you will find the link to learning the first 4 set of tools.
I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Ensure to subscribe to this channel for more. It's time to sleep.